Welcome back to the program. Oh my goodness, if you want to know what your baby's thinking, and who doesn't, do we ever have this segment for you? We've got Sherry Lee Bastos here. She's an instructor with a program called WeeHands. We also have Sherry and her son Mateo in here right now. And Sherry Lee, I'll start with you. Why are we suddenly taking upon this initiative to teach hearing and babies that, as far as we can tell, will have language, sign language?
Oh, there are just tons of benefits to signing with your wee one, even though they're hearing. Their studies show that babies have larger vocabularies, they can speak earlier, lots of reduced frustrations when they're learning to communicate with you, and it just really opens up the doors of communication between parents and caregivers and their children.
Well, now Sherry, how old is Mateo?
He's 1 today, actually.
Happy birthday, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Now, when did you start teaching him to sign?
It was around 10 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that, Shirley, the average age that we should be starting with our kids?
You know what? The earlier the better, basically. Whenever the parents are ready is when it's a good time to start.
Okay, to make clear, because I know that a lot of my friends have done this with their children, you're not teaching them to have, you know, full sentences about there goes the yellow school bus and look at the kids inside. They're basic commands and basic wants and needs, like things like more and milk and then we get into the please and thank yous as well, but things like that when a child's crying and it's because he's thirsty and he wants the milk, without this he might not have the verbal aptitude to say so. So those are the sort of words we're instructing right now.
Exactly. Basically, signing gives them an opportunity to tell you what they want and what their needs are, and it really just opens up the door into their world and what they're interested in.
What about parents who might have the concern that this would delay speech? You know, if he's able to tell me he wants milk by, you know, doing the sign, then why would he bother saying the word milk?
Exactly.
How about that concern?
Studies show that signing does not hinder communication or allowing them to speak early. Basically, they'll do what is easiest for them when they're at this age. Their ability to understand what they see precedes what their ability to understand what they hear. So it's really easier for them to use their hands and communicate that way first until they're able to use words. And then at that time they may drop the words, or they may also continue to sign and speak at the same time.
We're seeing an example of the sight right now as he sees himself in the monitor over there, and he's quite neat. So let's have a little example then about how we would teach Mateo a word, or let's see if we can actually get him to say something as well. Of course, we're dealing with a 1-year-old, and this is live TV, so we'll see how it goes. But what would the process be?
You would basically just try to do some very simple things. A lot of times we start off with more. It's very motivating, especially with food. Something
more?
that if he's more. If he had some Cheerios or something that he likes here, we might give him a little bit and then sign, do you want more? Yeah, and then he might sign, or wait and see if he would respond.
Wow. Do you want that? He's like, no, you said Cheerios, lady. Why would I want a pen? Do you want a pen?
Yes. Yes. Oh, good job.
All right. So it obviously is a work in progress, and as you said, when you're in the scenario itself, you find that you can see more examples of it. Sherry, you've noticed a big difference in the reduction of frustration when it comes to Mateo asking for things?
I'm starting to. Yeah, he's just starting to sign more, and in that, it's really exciting because I do feel like I know what he wants without him actually saying it. So more is definitely the one that he has glommed onto. So,
which sounds like nothing if you're not a parent, but when you're a parent and your baby's crying and you don't know why, and all of a sudden there's that key to find out why, it's a godsend. We have a little sample right now. Once again, we can only hope that it works out here, but I have seen it in practice. We've got a little song that we're going to play. So thank you so much for being here today. For more information about, of course, any of our guests on the show, go to breakfasttelevision.ca. All right, let's take it away.